Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to today's Pick a Card reading. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guides for my singles. Who is coming towards you in love? Anything about their energy? Anything about this connection? How they may be coming into your life? I do have some initials and I do have some charms, so we'll be using those as some clues and some evidence. Let's see what your choices are today. It's a fully channeled message, and I will be using some different decks in each reading, so you may be interested in watching more than one reading because I'll be using different types of decks. So let's see what your choices are. Let's see what you feel most drawn to. Okay, so Group A is soulmates. I'm looking for a soulmate connection. I want to find my soulmate. I want to find my true love. I want to find somebody that I truly fall in love with, this Group B. I'm looking for a real love. I don't want anything other than I want to be in love with you and you're in love with me. And Group C is I'm just hopeful that Spirit knows better than I. And Spirit is going to bring me the love of my life. And I have surrendered to that. So we are going to put these messages on the table now. So see who you feel or what you feel most drawn to, Group A, B, or C. I will timestamp them in the comments and in the description below for you to find them very easily. And I'll see you in your reading. If you chose Group A, this reading is for you. So I have soulmates. Everybody wants to find their soulmate in life. We want to find the person that we have been traveling many, many lifetimes together, and we've learned a lot of lessons, and we come back into union in this lifetime. So let's call in our guide. Spirit, I ask that you guide me with loving messages. What is it that you need me to know about this union? What is it that you want me to hear today? What is coming towards me in love? I am listening for you now. I feel lucky in love. Okay, I'm willing to risk it all. I'm willing to risk it all. I'm willing to take a chance on you. It was almost a feeling of there's something about you that I don't think it's risky per se, but I also don't want to hold back. It is more how I feel. Spirit, please share with me. I have retreat. I've been alone for a long time. I have been working on myself. I have been taking care of myself and healing, and I am ready to risk love again. I'm ready to risk my heart again. So it could be more along those lines as well. I have playing games. The X is coming into me as a couple things. It was like, I will X you out as soon as I figure out you're playing games. Or some of you may have an ex out there that's still playing mind games with you, even though you're trying to move on, even though you've spent a lot of time working on yourself, that there could be a karmic energy out there that you still struggle with for whatever reason. So maybe that's something that you need to address or you need to work on even a little bit more. Bottom of the deck, I have commitment. So I'm looking for somebody that is also looking for a commitment, and you could have the key to this heart. So let's see what your cards are saying. Spirit, please share with me, what loving messages do you have for us? I have a 5 of Swords. I have a Page of Pentacles. I have a Moon. And I have a 3 of Cups. So I'm going to say the Moon and the 5 of Swords is just working through some things that I needed to do. I needed to take care of myself first for a while. I definitely needed a break from being in a relationship. I surrendered to a broken heart and knew I had to heal it, something along those lines. And that's all okay. I do feel the Page is coming in with an offer, and I feel excited about it for the first time. The number 3 with the 3 of Cups feels more like 3 months, 3 months from now, 3 weeks from now. It feels like a time more than the 3 of Cups, but it does feel like it is a offer coming. And I'm excited about the offer. I'm definitely somebody who wants to spend time with you, they're saying, somebody who wants to get to know you. So it feels like a new love for me. It feels like they're saying, yeah, we're not going backwards. Okay, so new love. Thank you, Spirit. It's definitely new love. We're not going backwards. I have a Knight of Swords. Beautiful. I have a Hierophant. I have a Two of Swords and a Three of Swords. So making a decision that I am no longer going to allow somebody who hurt me, I'm going to say, to control me anymore, in a sense that they're holding me back, or I haven't moved on, or that I needed so long, just to repair the damage of this broken heart. But this is a decision to move on. And I do feel like that Hierophant is more like Spirit is helping you. Maybe that's what gave you the strength to move on, is this, I just know Spirit's helping me. And then this Knight of Swords is somebody who just wants to talk. And it's okay. They're saying we connect on a very intellectual basis. We start communicating. We just start talking. I have a King of Pentacles. Maybe we start talking at work. There could be a connection there. Maybe we have the same field. Maybe we just have something in common along those lines. But it was a little bit of, we just start talking and we realize that we do have a lot in common. Spirit, please share with me. I have together, find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. I just want to spend some time with you. I feel like we don't go out of our way to define it initially, like I'm looking for a relationship or I'm looking for somebody for the rest of my life. I don't feel like we're defining it that way. I feel like we're spending time together. And I feel like we just say, this is nice and it's moving along. And obviously we're both interested in each other. But the bottom line is we just like to spend some time together. And I think that that's what I want you to hold on to initially. I have imperfection. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfection. It may not have a perfect slate, is how I feel. There may be some obstacles. Doesn't necessarily mean a third-party situation. I'm not feeling that. But there could be some obstacles that we still have young children. We don't want to go too fast because there's kids involved. Maybe we have a little bit of distance. I'm not feeling like different countries, but maybe we live a couple of towns over. We have a little bit of a commute to see each other. We have limited time. Spirit is saying time is going to be difficult because we both work long days, long hours. I have trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. I do feel like this person is somebody, maybe that's why I felt like we were doing a lot of communication in the beginning. They're helping you to build your trust. It's not I just want to get you into bed. It's I want to get to know you. I want to spend time with you. And I do feel like the trust comes just with time and energy. I'm not feeling pushed, if that makes sense. That like this person isn't very aggressive. I feel like they're allowing it to kind of go at its own pace. I think they believe in things like if it's meant to be, it will be. So I do feel like they're a little laid back, and that could upset you in the sense that you're like, you wish they were more assertive, or you wish that they were coming forward with, what their intentions were a little bit more upfront. But I'm going to say go with how they're treating you and go with that they want to spend time with you. I feel like that is how they're showing you that they want to spend time with you. Let's get some initials. Okay. Let's start with some initials. Some of you may have somebody that you're thinking of right now and you want to, maybe get a confirmation. First initial, last initial, maybe you can spell your person's name. So I've got this beautiful bowl of dice. I'm just going to get a handful of these and we'll just kind of see what came in. Don't worry if you didn't see your person's initials either. Okay. So let's do these in order. O, R, I have a U, I have a D, I have a T, I have a Q, I have a P, R, J, RJ. I have a D. I have a W. I have a Y. I have an O, B, M, N, F, and I have another F. Okay, so some of you, these could definitely connect to you, and they could be, making sense to you. So that looks good. All right, let's see what else they want you to know about this connection. Spirit, what do you want to share with me? Anything about this connection that is important? Descriptions. I have trustworthy. Yeah, we're going to build trust. It's going to come over time through these deep conversations. This is somebody that wants to talk. Okay, so they're a communicator is how I feel. So it's probably hours and hours, like we talk all night long. We could spend hours and hours on the phone. We could spend hours and hours text messaging each other. But there's a lot of communication. I have them grounded. This person feels very grounded to you. Maybe they have their life together. I like the suit. It feels like, I don't think they get dressed up like this every day, but it feels like a special event, a special occasion. Maybe you're +1. They invite you to go to a wedding. Will you be my date? Somebody in my family's getting married. I need to bring a date. So that feels like we're getting dressed up. And they're also saying groom. Okay, so this could turn into somebody for some of you that this is a future spouse. So we'll take that. I have a rainbow. Okay, so it was a feeling of you have it all more than the rainbow. It was this feeling of there's so many different aspects of you. Like if you look at a rainbow, they're all beautiful colors, but collectively it's a rainbow. So that's kind of how it came into me. Like you have it all. They're seeing in you this gorgeous light. They're seeing in you this package. I have a tattoo. I could have a tattoo on my arm, my forearm. I have, I'm loyal. You can trust me. I'm loyal too. Yeah. Maybe we have a conversation about I don't, I'm not a cheater. I'll end it before I do that. I'm very loyal to the person that I'm with. I have straight hair. I have long straight hair. Somebody has short hair, but I have dark hair also. I also like these kind of dark, just bedroom eyes is how it came into me. So somebody's got some kind of dark, when I look into your eyes, they're definitely bedroom eyes. So that could be something that really attracts you. I have glasses. Maybe I wear contacts, but maybe I need glasses to drive a car or when I'm working, when I'm reading, something like that. So that feels good. Let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. I always like the charms because I do get some fun clues. All right, so this big beautiful bowl and my magic scoop, and let's get a scoop. Let me go over here, see what this is going to give me. Okay. All right, let me zoom in so you can see these a little better. Okay. So this beautiful butterfly, it's a transformation. They're saying look for a yellow butterfly. I know you don't see yellow butterflies that often, but it could be anything. It could be in a drawing. It could be in a picture. I saw 2 yellow butterflies the other day, just driving in my car. So it could be a sign. Sometimes you start to see things that are rare, but it's like a sign that something's coming. I have a globe. That came into me as I'll travel anywhere with you, that anywhere you go, I'll go. So maybe one of you is more flexible with having to move. Maybe one can move and another one can't because kids are in school. They have all their families there. Something keeps them there. But this feels like I'll travel anywhere. If it means that we'll be together, I'll relocate. I'll be with you, and definitely a feeling of I want to travel. So that feels good. I have a leaf. I have I have a snowflake and a leaf. So both are coming into me as like a change in season. So transitioning from the fall into the winter, that could be when we're really falling in love. That could be when we really confirm this connection. Could be a timeline that Spirit's sharing with us when this love is going to really take off. That feels good. I have a little squirrel. It was a little bit of gathering nuts and making my nest energy more than anything. So it was kind of like shopping for things for our new home. It was a feeling of us pulling together our stuff and then going out and finding, what we needed. But it was our nest. It was creating a home together. So I do feel like we are going to live together and definitely set up a house. Maybe they have some stuff and you have some stuff, and we got to go buy some stuff, to fill it in. So that could be going on. That's nice. Be true to my heart. Okay. Just be honest. I can handle anything as long as you're honest. I have a flower. Okay. I'm going to put that up here with the change of seasons. I have an ice skate. Not so much that we're going ice skating, but we could have a child or a grandchild that's active in like hockey, something like that, or figure skating. So maybe we do have somebody in our family that actually is on the ice a lot. So I have two hearts intertwined. That feels really good. What is this little guy? Let me see what this says. This says aloha, Hawaii. I'm going to go to Hawaii. Maybe it's a honeymoon. I have a foreign coin. And so I'm going to say travel. I don't know what this thing is. And today it's coming into me as big earrings. I don't know. It feels like dangling earrings. I'm not quite sure what it is. That kind of teardrop shape. But somebody who might wear oversized earrings and they like more dangling. I like dangling earrings as opposed to just like a stud. So somebody who wears maybe oversized earrings. I have scissors. I'm going to say cutting the past and also cutting. It was like cutting the ribbon to a new business. Maybe somebody starts a business in this relationship. Maybe we open something like a retail space or a restaurant or like a ribbon cutting ceremony. So maybe that's something that you dream of. I would love to have a partner and own a restaurant or do something like that with somebody, but it felt like a ribbon cutting ceremony. So that felt good. And I have a buck. A male deer, and they're using the word definition to me. And I asked, what does definition mean? And they said, this person is defined. Okay. So that tells me they're either, if it's a divine feminine, divine masculine energy, they're buff. You can see their muscles. You can see they take their shirt off and you can see the definition and literally in their muscles. So it could be somebody that works out with weights naturally because of their work, has to use their body a lot. So, but they're defined. So they're sculpted, or whatever. I don't know how to say it, but they're defined. Okay. So, but they're buff. So that felt good. All right. So how I got that out of that buck is, I don't know, but that's how it came in. So we'll take that. I feel like it's beautiful. Let's get a final loving message. It feels like a beautiful connection. It feels that it's loyal, it's trusting, I feel like it's just going to unfold over time, something like that. Spirit, can I have one of these, please? It's a twin flame journey. Okay. Your journey with your twin flame is transformative and enlightening. Embrace the challenges and joys of this path as it leads you to a higher level of consciousness and spiritual growth. So for some of you, you could be entering into a world of a twin flame journey, soul contract of some kind. So we are going to put that out there. How beautiful. And let's thank Spirit for these messages together. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you picked Group B, this reading is for you. So you picked the card in love, and you're not going to settle for anything less, is how I feel. I want to be in love with somebody. I want them to be in love with me. I'm not just looking for casual, certainly. And I'm not just looking for somebody I care about. I mean, it's nice to care about somebody, but I want to be madly and deeply in love with somebody. And I don't blame you, because it's hard enough to be in a long-term relationship when you are in love with somebody, so it's definitely a feeling of, I deserve this. So let's see what they have coming towards you. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. What is it that you need us to know and hear? What's around us? I have a secret admirer. So you could have somebody that already has feelings for you and they haven't made their move yet. Maybe they are just waiting to see. Are you somebody that's available? Are you somebody that would be interested in them? Secret admirer. I would be happy with you. Also, this feeling of I'm looking at things from a big perspective, a lifetime perspective. Could we be together for years? What's the bigger picture? Could we share a home, have a family, travel this lifetime together? So maybe somebody's already kind of predicting you being in their life. It hasn't even started yet. That's kind of fun. And somebody has romantic feelings for you is how it's coming into me. So you might know already or have an inkling that this person has been checking you out, but maybe they haven't made their move. Maybe you're kind of like, well, then make a move. Ask me out already. Don't just, play it cool and just. So somebody you think has feelings, they've got to do something about it. I have Temperance. I have an 8 of Wands. I have a King of Cups. Beautiful. And I think it's connected to possibly work for some of you. This person could be checking you out. They could be talking to you. They could be flirting with you. Like, I have a thing for you, but maybe they're afraid to cross the line because of the work issues. So it could change very quickly with that 8. It's almost a feeling of, I don't want to say turns your life upside down, but it goes from that Temperance to that 8 of Wands. So it's a little bit of a, my life was kind of calm and I kind of knew where I was at and what my routine was. And then all of a sudden kind of this whirlwind thing came in. But whoever this is, their intentions are good. Their intentions are pure. They have a good heart. Spirit just said they are available emotionally. Sign me up for that with that King. So they definitely know what they want. They're also saying that you're now tapping into that. You feel like you're reading them the right way. You feel like, yes, they have feelings. If this hasn't happened yet, you'll keep your eyes open for this person. But intuitively, you may catch on very quickly that their intentions are that they want something more. I have a 3 of Wands. You can see it was almost like their little head is spinning. The little, wheels in their head were spinning about how do I move this forward? How do I take it from where we're at right now to the next level? And you could pick up on that intuitively. You could say, I know this person's got like a little crush on me. I know this person's checking me out. I know this person's going out of their way to be in my presence or try to start a conversation with me at times. So something like that is going on. I have a 7 of Wands and I have a 2 of Wands. So I feel like this person is just, this is almost like I'm gathering strength to me with that Seven of Wands. I'm just trying to gather strength. I have a Two of Pentacles. I'm going back and forth. Probably a little intimidated with the work environment, if it is connected to work in any way. What if, what if we started dating and it didn't work out? Then we would feel awkward. Sometimes some companies are, you're not allowed to see anybody, within the work environment. They don't want you dating at all. So that could be, it could be, not cool. Let's see what else they have for you. But right now, I feel like they're using the word investigation. They're kind of waiting to see like what's happening. Who are you? What's going on? So look, definitely a secret admirer energy that will come your way. That's kind of fun. I have enduring patience. Cultivate patience by allowing each other to grow at your own pace. Be supportive during challenging times. Remember that love flourishes with time and understanding. I'm going to grab patience, not so much that you're waiting, but that this person's quality, one of their best qualities could be that they're very patient. Maybe you get exasperated very quickly, or you have a short fuse, or you hate standing in line and waiting. And this person's like, just relax, we're next, or it's almost our turn, so maybe they have more patience than you do. And maybe that's one of their best qualities. So that would be nice. So maybe look for that. I have a resilient love. Build resilient love by facing challenges together. Support each other during tough times. Learn from difficulties and grow stronger as a couple. With that Seven of Wands, it's definitely a feeling of, I wouldn't give up on this connection, that once I'm in it, and we would get through anything together. So that's telling me a commitment right there. That my whole body just tingled. That's telling me a commitment. That's telling me somebody who wouldn't give up on this connection very easily. I have a harmonious partnership. Cultivate harmony by balancing responsibilities, supporting each other's goals, have open discussions about your roles, and ensure both partners feel valued and heard. We work well together. We make a great team. We listen to each other. We care about each other. We care about, what's important to each other's purpose and life and all of those things. Let's start to get some clues. Let's start with some initials. Now, some of you may have somebody in mind and you may be thinking about them right now, and you may wonder. So here are some dice, and we're just going to get some first initials, last initials, see how these, one just jumped out of my bowl. I'm just going to see if I can see it. It's the letter D on the wall, on the floor. I'm not going to go get it, but it's the letter D. Okay, so if that's important to you, we know what it is. All right, I have a B, I have a U, M, I have an F, Y, I have a U, I have another F, Q, P, a W, O, W. I have a wow. I have a wow. I have a T. I have a Y. I have an R. I have a D. I have an S. And I have another R. Okay, so some of you could definitely be connecting to those letters today. And the wow, maybe, wow, I hope this person is excited about me. I hope this person is thinking about me. Let's see any characteristics. Spirit, please share with me anything about this person's personality that we may want to know. I have a thief, stealing your heart. Okay, trying to capture your heart. They're hiding behind a shadow for some reason. So they There was a little bit of a feeling of this person is feeling like they're stalking you, and they're probably not proud of it. They're like, what am I doing? You know, like they're just trying to catch you. They're just trying to see you as often as they can. If they can grab a conversation with you, even if it's, you know, at the coffee bar, you know, getting a cup of coffee. I feel like this person's just trying to grab any kind of attention that they can get from you. I have a seeker. They're usually very independent. They do things alone. Maybe they've been alone for a long time. And I don't know, part of me feels like I want you to get into this boat with me. There's a part of me that even in their alone time, they're thinking, wouldn't it be nice to be here with my person? Wouldn't it be nice to be doing what I normally do, but with you? So they're ready to bring somebody into their life is how that feels. I have a Romeo. Okay, so Prince Charming, a little bit of a hunter there, lover, choice, seducer. So this person could go from kind of shy and intimidated by this connection to a very romantic lover. In a very short period of time. You know, they're your super fan. So they could become your best friend. They're your supporter. They're your cheerleader. They're devoted to you. So all of those things I feel like are very, very important to them. Let's get some charms. Let's see what the charms are saying. I always like to get some intuitive clues from the charms. So let's see what they're saying with the charms. So I've got this beautiful bowl, charms, and let me pick a corner that maybe I haven't been in for a little while in this bowl. I have lots of different bowls, but I rotate my bowls because I like to get different charms. And then sometimes I mix up the bowls. All right, let's see what I have. I have a key to my heart. Okay, so key to a new home, they're saying, buying a home together. So that could be something that's coming our way. Okay, this looks like a tooth fairy to me. So I always see this as somebody has a young child and maybe the child's going through that stage of losing their teeth and putting, you know, what's going on in your life. Well, I was the tooth fairy last night. You know, it's kind of a fun conversation. I have a lucky clover, a 4-leaf clover. Keep your eyes open for a 4-leaf clover. That could be an intuitive sign that they're looking to give you. I have a snowflake. I always see snowflakes as you're one of a kind. There's no two snowflakes as are the same. So this person sees you as very special, very unique. There's no one like you. Nothing compares to you. Something like that. I do have a Cupid's arrow that Cupid has struck. So I feel like this person has feelings for you even before it starts. Even before it starts. Like there's a sense of crush or secret admirer, or I definitely have feelings. I'm really hoping this turns into something. I have an Aquarius energy. I have an owl. So that's coming into me as somebody you see as very bright, even intellectual, very wise, very good at what they do, something like that. I'll say it was a feeling of you seek their wisdom, that you may ask them for guidance. You may ask them for advice in an area that they might be better at than you. So they could be somebody that you could be asking for guidance now. And you're not even realizing that, you know, they love that. They love that you're coming to them and saying, you know, hey, what's going on with this? Or what should I do? And they feel like they're helping you, you know. So it's a sense of capturing. Divine Masculine wants to feel like they save you somehow, you know, like they're if they can save you, then, you know, and capture you, it's like a divine masculine fantasy, I think. So that they love to see, they love to help, you know, somebody that they're interested in. I have a leaf, turning over a new leaf, starting something, transition, growing, growth. So a leaf. I have a wrench. I will say that that came into me as throwing a wrench in it. And it could be somebody's fear about that you're a package. You could be, I'm single, but I have 2 kids. And obviously, whoever wants to be in my life has to accept that I have children because I'm going to raise these kids. And maybe you think that as a wrench, you know, like that throws the wrench in it, that you got to get over that hurdle. Don't even think like that, because whoever spirit wants to bring into your life, spirit knows that you have 2 kids. Spirit wants the best for the kids. So whoever spirit wants for you, they're going to see you as this is a beautiful person, and your beautiful children are going to come into my life. So I wouldn't even ever think about something like that. Whoever falls in love with you sees you as a whole package. And I wouldn't even think anything other than that. I have a beautiful cross. So we could share the same religion. Okay. We could wear a cross. We could have cross tattoo, they're showing me. So somebody who could have that. I have a 0, or the letter O. Okay. I have a star. That kind of goes with you're unique. You're a little bit of a one-of-a-kind energy there. I have a rose. So I'm going to say I send you flowers. Probably the first flowers that I send you are roses. That's a little bit of a rose garden. I don't think that many people have rose gardens anymore, but I might have a decent rose bush that I try to keep alive and keep the bugs off of. But it felt more like the first flowers that they send you as roses, a dozen roses, they're saying. It's in the cards is how this came into me. Not so much like risking anything. It's in the cards. It's, you know, it's in the universe. So that feels good. I have a castle. So a home, a key, a beautiful home together that we're going to create. I feel like Cinderella when I'm with you. I'm going to put the clock and the castle together, a little bit of a meeting you at midnight and my whole world changes energy. So it's just a matter of time, spirit saying that kind of this magical world will open up. I have another heart. And what is this little guy? I have a paw. So somebody has a pet. I'm going to throw it out there as a puppy that this connection may sign up for a puppy in the future. So, and it feels like a pretty big paw. So it could be a larger dog, like this particular person likes larger breed dogs. So, you might have a puppy in the future for somebody. So that feels nice. Okay, there you go. Beautiful charms. And let's get a final message. Let's see what they want to share with you. Let's go over here. Let's do a final message. Spirit, tell me about this love. Beautiful. I had that one. I had that one in group A. I'm not using that one again. Let's see. Let's get a different one. I have shared dreams. That makes sense. Your dreams and aspirations are aligned with your partners together. You can achieve great things by supporting each other's goals and working towards a shared future. So we have a lot in common is how I feel. And there is this incredible sense of we go from kind of this shy, I don't know, intimidated person, you know, like what am I getting into, to the love of your life and beautiful shared dreams. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. How beautiful. If you picked Group C, hopeful, this reading is for you. So you're hopeful. You are hopeful. You're not giving up hope that the person either that's on your mind that you're thinking of is coming forward, or maybe that spirit knows better than we do, that they have somebody for you and you're just going to wait your turn and you're just going to wait for divine timing. So, but hope is important. Hope is definitely going to keep you alive. They just said, how gorgeous. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. What is it that you want us to hear? What is it that you need us to know in this reading? I have extremities. Okay, so this is going to be hot. This is going to be hot. They're going to turn you on. I have a dream lover. Okay, so maybe it's the best lover you've ever had. Maybe I've never been this into a person ever. Best lover. I have playing games. We want to make sure we don't have somebody playing games. We want to tackle that. Sometimes when you have somebody that there's such high chemistry, your first thought is that's all it is. You can't be more, because it's just too hot. Like, this can't be normal, but it can with the right person. No, they're letting you know that it could start out as kind of fast and furious and falling fast and hard, and it leads to the person that I end up with. It leads to, I don't want to be with anybody else. I only want to be with you. I can't imagine my life with anybody else. So just this, for some of you that would love to have a marriage proposal someday, you actually want to be married. Okay, I want a ring on my finger. I want the real deal. I don't blame you. I have a 7 of Pentacles. I have an Ace of Wands. There's that flame again. I have a Page of Cups. I'm falling for you. And I have a Temperance. Happy home, happy life, balance. We're growing together. That flame, I'm going to put it this way. The flame comes in. It's chemistry from the beginning. Maybe we're intimate sooner than we thought we'd be. So that might be a red flag that you say, oh boy, maybe I shouldn't be doing this right now. I got to get to know this person better. But maybe there's this really great chemistry, and then the feelings start to turn into something more, where I really am starting to have feelings for you. I really feel safe. I feel balanced. I feel secure. I feel comfortable. So a lot of things start to kind of just fall into place with that. I have a 7 of Wands. I have a 10 of Cups. I have a High Priestess. And I have an 8 of Swords. The High Priestess and the 8 of Swords is coming into me more as I know that you hold back in certain areas. I know that there's more to you. I know that I'm going to get to it. I know that there's going to be a day that you feel comfortable with me and vulnerable with me, and you can open up to me. So I feel like this person kind of chips away at your outer shell that you hold. And you don't reveal yourself immediately. You don't let them in all the way. So I do feel that, but then you do. I feel like you kind of let down your guard, you let down your defenses, you open up your heart, and then that 10 of Cups comes in more as I feel emotionally secure. So as you release that guard, as you let them in, you become more and more emotionally secure. And I feel like it doesn't feel that hard to me. I think the passion kind of keeps the thread throughout. They're saying passionate kisses, passionate lovemaking. I mean, just time together, any time together. I have a King of Cups. It's more of a feeling of I love being with you, and you love being with them, and they love being with you. And it's the more time we spend together, the more we realize that we probably are just going to stay together and end up together. I have a 4 of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Cups. And I have a King of Wands. So there's a little bit of guarding myself going on, possibly only because I'm just so into you. I'm really falling in love with you. So I'm going to say the guarding is only just I don't want to get hurt. It's too good to be true energy. Nine of Cups. I love this little card. It's like a little pinky promise to me. I think over time you start to get that concrete feeling where we're not going anywhere, that I don't want to lose you as much as you don't want to lose me. And whether it's said or unsaid, there's kind of this knowing of we're going to stay together is how it feels right now. So that feels good. I'll admit that feels good to me. All right, let's see what they want me to know. Spirit, share with me some additional feelings. I have waiting for the rain to pass. Okay, for some of you that are struggling with coming out of something right now, you're doing some healing, you're waiting for the rainbow to come out. Yeah, for every ending, there's a new beginning. Every time there's a storm, the sun comes out again. So that's really Spirit saying, you'll get through this too, and then this romance will be here. I have insight, see the beauty. But it came into me as they want you to see the beauty that's inside of you. They want you to remember that you're beautiful inside and out, and that you have a lot to offer. And it's not always about the other person. Okay. It's about you. It's about how much you can, bring into this relationship as well. So they're getting a good deal with you. As much as you're attracted to this person, you think, wow, they're the best thing since sliced bread. It's look at how much you have to offer too. So that's what Spirit's reminding you. Reaching out and asking for help. I'm not going to say that it doesn't feel like therapy or anything like that. It was more like, don't be afraid to ask this person to help you with things like, I have trust issues and I'm aware of it. Please work with me. Okay. I had, crazy acts that really hurt me. I just want you to know up front, that's where some of these feelings are coming from. So don't be afraid to share with your person that you need help with something. Okay. Like this is where I'm most vulnerable. This is something I have to get over. This is something that is a trigger, a wound, something that I know it will pass with time as I feel more emotionally secure in this connection, but just kind of work with me. So that's how that came in. And I have a wise choice. I feel like you are going to make a good choice. I feel maybe you struggle with everybody else I pick has not been the right choice. And, at what point am I going to meet the right one? So, you know what? You're going to make a good choice. Okay. Actually, Spirit is saying that the way they said it was they will choose it for you. So this feeling of hopeful that you picked, maybe you surrendered. Maybe you surrendered to, I'm no longer going to chase this. I'm no longer going to worry about who's coming into my life. I know Spirit's going to bring this person. So, okay, nice. Let's see what they have. Let's get some initials. First initials, last initials. Let's see what they want you to know. Let's grab a nice handful of these. And some of you may even spell a person's name that you might be thinking of today, which is always fun. I have an R, a W, an O. I have a Z, a P, a Q, T, D, H, F, R, M. I have an E, Y. I have a W, I have an O, and I have a K. Okay. So there you go. So if that connects to you, there you go. Those go, look at walk. Maybe we're going to go out for Chinese food. That will be our first date. There you go. All right. Let's see. Let's see what else they want you to know about this connection. Spirit, please share with me. Where are we headed with this connection? I have it's your destiny. How nice. A little bit of take my hand also, right? Hold my hand. Let's walk on this same path together. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Take my hand. I have a courting man, a professional man. It says maybe even a uniform. Maybe they wear a uniform. Maybe they get dressed up. It was more of a feeling of whether it's a uniform or certain style clothes, like shirt and tie or something like that. It's a feeling of I have to get dressed up every day. So there's a feeling of I have to look a certain part for the type of work I do. Like maybe it's a dress code. I have freedom. Up until now, I've been single. I've only been casual. I haven't really committed to anybody. I've been waiting for the right one, Spirit just said. They're saying they don't typically sleep around, which is probably a good confirmation. Maybe you guys were intimate sooner than both of you thought, but they're saying it's not something that normally happens. So, but they are not, they're grown up and they're not ashamed of it. I have past loves and broken hearts too. So they share with you who those broken hearts are, what happened in those connections, being vulnerable. I have gossip, a little bit of let's keep it between us. Not that they're hiding this relationship. I just don't think they want whatever you guys say and do, that's private and intimate between the two of you. They don't want other people to know. I don't think they're hiding the relationship. I think they just are somebody that what's said between us is don't throw me under the bus. Okay. I don't want everybody to know my business. Okay. I'm sharing it with you. So there's a sense of privacy to this person that's very important to them. I have let's travel. I want to take you away, a little bit of a honeymoon feeling there. So going to somewhere that's paradise. I live in paradise. I live in Florida. So somewhere in paradise. Spiritual growth. I'm going to say I feel, they said, I feel you in my soul. So you're going to sense that this is the person that you're supposed to be with, or you're going to sense that it's a soul connection of some kind. Let's get some charts. Let's see if they'll give me some additional clues with these charms and what they want you to know with the charms today. So let me get a scoop. So I have this beautiful bowl. And let me go over here. I always like to dig at the bottom. I think I'm going to get like ones I haven't seen for a long time at the bottom. There's so many. It's probably 300 charms in this bowl. All right, let's get a couple more. All right, there you go. Lots of charms. Let's start with these signs because they're jumping out at me. I have a Taurus. I have another Taurus. Okay, so maybe two Tauruses. There you go. I have a 30. Okay. I have the number 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 of the month. I have a 5, 56. I could have 50, 60, 35, 36. So you could do any combination of those as well. I have a little dog, a little Scotty dog, maybe. Maybe I have a miniature something. I have a very small dog. It feels nice. I thought that was a cat too. Okay. All right, I have a butterfly. They're saying season, in season. I'm going to say summer. I'm going to say summer, October. I mean, all the way through even the fall, September. There's butterflies, October, depending on where you live. It's still nice. Butterflies are still out. So that felt like seeing butterflies all the time. I have a fork in the road. So I may have a choice. There may be a couple different people that you've met, that you talk to, and maybe one is more substantial than the other. One is more in alignment with you, one you connect to a little bit easier. So maybe some of you may have a fork in the road that you actually have to choose. I have a guitar. So maybe somebody plays music, likes music. I have a skull head. It's coming into me more as like heavy metal rock. No offense to that kind of music, but it's just kind of like hardcore rock or something. Maybe that's what they like, or heavy, like, I don't even think they call it heavy metal anymore, but it's something like that. It's like a hard rock energy. I have a lone wolf. I have been alone. I've been alone, and maybe I've been trying to find my way. Maybe I have been trying to figure things out. I have Paris. Felt like Paris in the spring. Felt like a trip. I have a pentacle. Okay, so a little bit of abundance energy coming into me with that as well, that this connection brings more abundance into my life, whether it's a combined income or this person has means, something like that. I have another Eiffel Tower. So I'm going to say that there's something about Paris. Maybe it's my favorite city. Maybe it's the first place we traveled to. Maybe we both live there. I have a fairy. I have a little fairy, and I have a unicorn. And I'm just going to say along the lines of this is all magical. That from the moment I met you, it just feels magical. You made me feel like I'm falling in love. You made me feel like I'm special. You make me feel like I'm the only person on the face of the earth, which is really nice. So maybe it just feels magical. That's good. I have a world. So this is coming into me as like world traveler. Either they've done a lot of traveling, they want to do a lot of traveling. I think that's something that's a part of their soul mission. Like, I definitely want to travel. So that feels good. I have a Christmas tree. I feel like we could be together for Christmas. We celebrate Christmas, something like that. I have the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland making an announcement. I almost felt like it was a birth announcement for somebody that, we have something to announce. We're going to have a baby. And maybe we have a baby. A lot of people have a baby before they have a formal commitment. They decide to have a baby, or the baby comes. It's a miracle. So it was almost like an announcement. We have an announcement. And then I have a seashell. So by the shore, at the shore, a little bit of a hidden in the clam is a perfect pearl. Like, you're the pearl out of all of the shells. I found my pearl. So a little bit of that going on as well. So those are beautiful. Okay, so there are your charms for today for that reading. And then let's get a final message. Let's see what they want to share with you about this connection. It feels gorgeous. It feels wonderful. If it's not here yet, just manifest with me and we'll put it out into the universe in a moment. Let's see what the final message is. Spirit, please share with me. I have a passionate love. Gorgeous. Feel the deep passion that fuels your relationship. This intense connection brings excitement, joy, and a sense of adventure to your partnership. So we're going to be passionately in love with each other. And I feel like we're going to keep it going. I feel like this is one of those connections where the passion doesn't, maybe it slows down. but it's always going to be there, maybe in different ways, but it's always going to be there. We're always going to be there for each other, Spirit just said. So that feels nice also. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. Great reading, beautiful messages. I want to thank you all for being here in this pick a card. If you're new to this channel, please consider hitting that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Also, thank you for your kind words and comments. Claim it, own it, it's yours in the comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolin.psychicmedium.com. Also, check out my main channel. Lots of readings over there, and my Twin Flame Soulmate channel, and I'll put the links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your pick a card, and I'll see you all again real soon.